All right. Hello, everyone. Welcome back to this 2 weeks of random games. So today we're going to go ahead and get back into last Epoch, get that going. All right. So let's see what we got here. Just to let you know, even though we're not there yet, the guide has been updated again, but it updated the in-game build, so we're not there yet. So we're still going to be waiting on that. So, this episode, hopefully, we get to switch off to um, the Scorpion here, so we can get that running. Okay, go. Level 27. We need at least one more level, I think, right? Yeah, we need 3 more points. 12, 13, 14, 15. Yep, we need at least 3 more points before we can switch. Hmm. I guess because it's a tier 4. 38. Rule 38. Go tier 2 or higher. Poison Nez, Fitzco. Hmm. I guess because it's got necrotic on it. Event of the Erased. These are 10 and 10, so 20. Haste for 3 seconds. Nearby enemy dies. 25%, 23% while you have haste. When you gain haste or refresh its duration, you gain 33 ward. Gain haste and frenzy. Wow, okay. Well, it's got Weaver's Will 9 on it as well. Huh. All right, well, that is faster. There's no res on it, though, so we just lost any and all res we had. So 6% void res is gone. But we are faster now. And we also will get haste. So we just got an affix for the boots. If it messed up anything. Gave us +7 lightning res. Okay. That's good. Any kind of res would be great. Anything that affects minion damage would also be nice. Whoa. Right. This guy's here. Here he goes. Okay. I'm gonna go see if there. Is this the? Can't get rid of that. I'm trying to remember what this is. Oh, it's just this. Okay. All right, we got another improvement. It went down to 7. We got lightning res again. Don't worry about it. I am happy with that. If it gave us nothing but res every time, if it would spread the res out, that would be even better. But if it's going to just give us lightning res every time, I am not upset about that. We can just say our boots are lightning res. Really. All right. Okay, here's a Nimnus. So what do we got here? We got the Boreal Circuit. Okay. So we could grab that. There's also Keeper's Gloves. I'm not going to use that, but I'll probably use this. It's a silver ring. It's badly rolled on the movement speed, but the rest of it's great. The tree is really nice. What the tree is it summons a tree that taunts, basically. So we could take apart that helmet, shatter it, get a bunch of stuff, and this thing is not as good as ours, so we could also shatter it, or we could just get rid of it. We could try and empower it. If you don't know, if you want to empower something, you don't get Weaver's Will. You get like extra stats rolled onto it though. It acts like Weaver's Wheels. Like we could get like lightning res added to the ring. It there okay. This is an in-game thing. There are dungeons in the game, and one of the dungeons, I think it's called Temporal Sanctum. And what you do is you find an item. There are various levels of items in the game. There's and I mean uniques. There's uniques, and then there's unique with legendary potential. And what legendary potential does, it allows you to add extra stats to a legendary. It allows you to kind of craft a legendary, and you can only ever have 4 LP on an item, and 4 LP is really, really, really rare, like the rarest of rare. Usually, you're happy with 2. If you get a 4 LP item, and it's an item you can actually use on your character, you're just golden. But then, what you do with the LP legendary potential item, unique item, is you take it to the Temple Sanctum, a dungeon, run through it, defeat the boss. You have to defeat the boss. Leave an item in the chest at the end, if I've never done this. I've never done this. I've never felt the need to. I've always quit the game, quit playing before I've done this. But the way this is written out is you go through the dungeon, defeat the boss, put an item in the chest, and then when you time travel, because the whole game is about time travel, when you time travel, your item, you have your LP item in the chest along with an item you want to move over, an item with a roll you want to put on the gear. Now, it's random what roll it will take from an item. If it only has one roll, great. If it has like 3 or 4, though, it's a crapshoot of what you get. And uh, each extra roll that you put on the unique legendary potential item takes up one of the LPs. So that's why you can have up to 4. So you can have 4 extra rolls on a piece of unique gear that can go into your build. And it's all RNG of what you will get from the items you're trying to combine. So, and also you could put a two roll in the deal and a 2 LP item. You're not guaranteed to get 2. You could get 1 and then have to do it again for another roll. So, what this is all just to say what the Nimnus system is. When you go and push in power, you will fight the thing, defeat it, and then it will show up again. But the items will be different. The items won't be different. They'll be empowered, which will mean they will have another. They could have another role on them. They could get legendary potential. They could get like a like this ring could get lightning reds on it and things like that. It for I don't know. I don't know if you could like improve a tier of a rare, but I'm pretty sure you could not improve a tier of a unique item. I think it either only gets a new role or it gets an LP added to it, is what Empowered does. I don't, on the rare gear, I don't know for sure. You could just get the same thing, or you could get the ability to improve a tier. So, like the tier 2 chance to ignite on the sword could go up to tier 3. I don't know personally on that one. The items will combine into eventual Nimnus that must be defeated. These items are enhanced and available in the following encounters with Nimnus, and you can do this up to 3 times. You could add 3 extra rolls onto the gear. I'm not really needing that right now, so I'm just going to challenge it. And they're guaranteed to drop those items as well, I guess I should say. But yeah, we're going to replace that ring here with this one. And we can take that apart with a shatter. Let me check real quick. Do I have any shatters? I do have at least one shatter I can shatter. So I got one, unfortunate, but that's okay. We could do the helmet. Yeah, let's just do the helmet. And we got another strength shard. Okay. Let me see. This is not a bad armor, but it's really low tiered. I think I want to wait until I get a better one. Where did these guys come from? I was looking to see if I had any open slots to like put a strength on. I could improve this for more strength, but I still want to replace that. So yeah, all of my gear is like not great. Something I would want to try and keep. Watch out for the Watcher guys, the guys with the tentacles. They if you after you get them down to a certain health, if you don't kill them quick enough, they explode. At least they used to. I'm wondering if they still do that. I haven't seen one explode in a while, but then I've been actually pretty good about killing them pretty well. Okay, there is not a level. That is just the totem. So here's the college. And I'm going to go ahead and put, oh, already maxed that out. Okay. Yeah, put a point in there for double totems here. And then, see, used to you had to do this yourself. You had to go to your map. You had to go to ancient era. You had to go to. You would automatically have the. There was a waypoint here actually. Interesting. I could have swore there used to be a waypoint here, and then you already had the waypoint, so you could just teleport back to the waypoint. You would just have to all do it manually. They now open a portal for you yourself. I could have been wrong about the waypoint. You could have probably had to waypointed back to the other area. All right, got the primal here. I might do that in a minute. The last thing we do in here. We can clear this out. We need to grab this. All right, so we just leveled up. All right, that will be our swap. So let me do this here. Let me get rid of this, switch to this. Let me go to the passive tree. Scroll down. Okay, so we're actually going to have to go to like end times to do this. All right, we'll give the crows one last run. We'll give the crows one last run with the dude here. Let's see if we can get him to come over here and get into this room. Because there's a lot more room in here. Damn. I missed my swipe. But we got it. Okay. And... okay. I'm going to switch to this then. I've missed the health, the extra health, but I think I'm going to go ahead and switch to that. All right, so let's go back to the end of time. Because we got to do a little bit of respecking here. Let me check. Is the base tree the same? No, it has... actually, it is the same, except for there's a couple of extra points. No? Okay. The base tree has changed a little bit as well. Okay, so we need to go down here to you. Alright, so... I'm going to put a point... I'm going to take a point out of this. Here. Okay, I have to put a point in. Okay. So, do we want to go ahead and do Harmony of Braid or not? Yeah, we'll go ahead and do it. Let me put a point there.
Hello, traveler.
Okay, and can we take another point here? We can. Beastmaster tree. Take a point, you would only have 19. Okay, so I have to do this first. So let's put a point. Oh, right. I have to do it through this. Let's put a point into this because we're going to be switching to that no matter what.
Hello, traveler.
Um, and then let's take another point out of this. Nope, we can't steal. Even though we put that 1 point in here. Okay. Um, so what are we doing then? We want to have 8 and 1. We want to remove 2 here. Okay, so we want to be at 8 and 1 at this point. Our next point goes into this one. Our second point, 2 more points back into this one. And then we fill that out. Okay. Now, before we do that, can we take a point
Hello, traveler.
out of this? No. That's going to be interesting. How would I go about doing that? I don't know. If I take these out again, does that allow me to take this out? No. Okay, so we have 19 now. No. We're supposed to have 20. What am I missing? Oh, I was actually supposed to be 4. Shoot. I was actually supposed to be 4. That was a waste. That was okay. I was reading it wrong. Okay. Let me switch this back up to this. Okay, so that, 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 and we go. Then I have one more point, and our next point goes into natural fortitude. Okay, so we do have summon scorpion now. I thought we would. All right, so I need to respec, despecialize, respec, despecialize. All right, so we need something scorpion here. And I think we're going to do Teacher's Blessing, I think, next. There. Let me see. So Scorpion, we're going to do that first. I'm going to scroll all the way down in points. So our first points, first 5 points goes there. Okay, so we put 3 into this. And then we put 1 into here. So Venom Nova leaves behind a poison pool for 4 seconds, applies a stack of poison each second to enemies standing in the pool. So we're summon a scorpion that follows you into combat. Its attacks with its tail inflict a long-lasting poisons. When its health drops below 0, it is downed, and you can stand near it to revive it. The scorpion counts as a companion. You can have a maximum of 2 companions at once, but we have the point where we only have 1. And we can press 5 to give it a command. Our scorpion deals more poison damage, multiplied with other modifiers. And then this leaves a poison pool on the ground for 4 seconds. And then we put a point into this. Health on hit, higher chance to poison on hit. And then we just go from there. Do we do... Okay. So we just put 1 point into this, and then we put 5 points into this, blood poisoning. Okay. Our swipe starts... Check our swipe specialization. So we have 1, 2, 5, 6, 7 points into the tree. Everything is the same. So going forward, we have 3 more points to spend. So that's 10 points. We want 2 points into this thing. But 14% less health, we instantly kill an enemy. And then we want 1 point into this. Okay. All right. And then we have Eater's Blessing. Which, if we go down, we could spend 5 points in the tree. So we put 2 points into this. When cast on a minion, Eater's Blessing also grants movement, attack, and cast speed for 4 seconds. And then when Eater's Blessing heals one of your companions, it has a chance to refresh its active ability cooldown, but Eater's Blessing costs more mana. Okay. And that is our thing here. And we... Let's see, we spec out of this, put on this. We get rid of the totems. We keep the war cry. We keep the fury leap. We put on Eater's Blessing. All right. And that's everything, really. And our passives are now, we have this, which gives us dodge rating, companion dodge rate, increased companion revive range. This is just 1 companion only for more companion size and more companion damage. 5 of this, we get 60 health, companion health, and heal amount on companion ability use plus 100. And then we get this, which gives us 1 strength, 2 health regen, and 2 health regen for companions, or 3 health regen for companions. You and your companions have increased health and regen scaling with your strength once we have 6 points into this. I guess that's where we're heading for. Let me check real quick. Yep, we just put straight up 6 points as our next points off into that till we get to 6. All right. Let's go. Back. Oh, yeah, I think it like reappeared. All right, so there's our scorpion. Let's see how this goes. Didn't do too bad. I felt it did about the same. Instead of doing like big chunks, we just did we just you know, do damage over time instead. Yeah, and then it also does the deeper puddle. Um, question I have is does okay. I need to look at this. Okay, so we activated it here. If we move with our scorpion. Okay, hold on. So no, the poison puddle is left where we activated it. That's important to know. That's important to know because if we were trying to leave a poison puddle under a boss, we got to make sure the scorpion is like under the boss when we activate it, and the boss still has to be there when we do it either. Mm, just word stuff. It does do the needle things as well, but okay, I need to look at swipe here because I didn't look what's going forward. 2 points, 1 point, 2, 5. Okay. So we need to put at least one more point into this. Then we put 1 point into this. And then we put 5 points into this. Ow. That hurt. Hmm. Also, I was going to change that. Oh, we're going in. Okay.
We have once again cornered a rift beak. What can we make with these, I wonder? We have once a good trading with you.
Ooh. Watch out for that. Uh-oh. All right, back up, back up, back up. Okay, and the Nova also happens where I swipe as well, it seems like. So that's good to know.
With me. Be stunned. The trap now. Freeze with me. Terran's claw. The hunt.
Increase elemental damage, mana regen, poison res. Only thing good on here is the poison res. Is Primordial Horn what I want?
Another glorious hunt.
Yeah, Primordial Horns are what we want. So we want him to
Next
do
time.
Primordial Horns. What did he, what's he gonna do? Gain a charge attack. Drops runes. Okay. Uh, 26 lightning res, 4 elemental res on top. Wow. Nice. How much more do I have? 4 more. That's turning into a great boot. Yeah, I didn't think I could do that, but I tried. Okay, so we need to put a point into this next. And then we want, oh, what does Eater Blessing want? Yeah, we want 4 or 4 out of this. Okay. And then our next point is going to be into mana efficiency, it looks like this one. Yeah. So get up to 50% mana efficient so it doesn't cost as much mana. I know I could just travel by portal, but I'm liking walking out.
with you.
Nah. I'm too impatient. I'm not waiting for my scorpion to be where he's supposed to be. Or elemental res. We got +1 and 2 meant. Unfortunate. We could have gotten strength. That would have been great. Woo. Watch out for that. This is just a waiting game right here to get that to go down. Is that the last one? That was the last one. We got a little bit more elemental res, I think. There's Tomb of Elements. Monument Street. Cold res, fire res. um, I could use this, but alright, we're gonna challenge it. So we could improve this. We could also put on a suffix. We're going to be needing poison res soon, so I guess I should do this. Alright, let's do this. Put on the glyph. Get tier 3. And we'll put in a dex as well. The minion damage is fine. The raptors, nothing to us. But the poison res is going to help us out in like way later on. So if we find something else that's great, we can use it. But let's go do the corrupted lake. I can't remember if it does the same thing as it did before. Completing this area gives us more idle slots. So if it still does that, that would be great. Mana, necrotic resistance. Meh. I mean, I guess I can take it. I'll shatter it or something if I start getting some shatters. Cold damage, poison damage, void res, health. Wow, there's so many of these guys. Okay, so what was this? Minion health, poison damage, necrotic resistance, physical resistance. Sure. This is intelligence, minion damage, void res, 2 health regen. This is kind of what we want, but like a higher numbers would be nice, and no intelligence. I'll take it to do things. Minion health, regen per second, physical res. Yeah, that's more stuff we can take apart. Go passive point and 2 idle slots. Okay. We must have added the passive points because I don't remember that being a thing. There should be a waypoint, yeah. Travel back where we were. This time we'll pass the portal. Ow. Yeah. Took a while for some reason.
I've been extreme. We some when you I can almost those sounds. We're being attacked. Quickly, protect me while I finish the ritual.
Hi.
You are a skilled fight. As there had the ship, Ulrich is imprisoned there.
Thank you. There we go. Came in already missing half its health. I think that goes to Temporal Sanctum over there. Ooh. So that's its head bash, huh? Ow. I hit myself this time. Elemental resistance. Wow. Okay. I will definitely replace. Yeah, I'm definitely replacing my other ring. Let me see. Yeah, my fire res is like pretty bad, but my boots gave me. Boots gave me so much. Oh, it's just too bad about the attunement. Instead of giving me strength, it gave me attunement or dex. But yeah, I'm changing that out. Well, it's nice. The void res and everything's nice. This is going to help me out with getting up to 51% fire res on that. um, actually, there is a open slot on this thing that I can put more fire res on. So that's up to 71. I could probably get it up to 75 if I tried to put another deal on there, but I'm not going to. I think we're fine. Uh, lots of armor and stuff, but and endurance. I think Allie put this thorny stuff in here because she wants to do a thorny build. I don't begrudge her that. This I don't need at all. I think it's because it's the base of it is why it's so good. I mean, it also has poison res on it, but I mean, I guess I could hold on to it and try to shatter it. Do I have any shatters? I do have 2 shatters, so we can try shattering things. I'm not gonna worry about shattering that. I mean, I guess I could keep it and use it as a shield. Yeah, I guess. That's got a bunch of poison res on it. Just got 1. Some more stuff. And I guess I could, yeah, let's shatter that as well. Let's see. 4 health on kill and just straight up necrotic resistance. That's a bunch of necrotic resistance. We hardly have any. So I could actually like move this up here, move that there, and throw that in and grab up to 25%. So that'll help me out. And there's another 4 right there on that one. So 29. Might have stuff in the stash I would want more. Their Nimnus again. Right here. Nature's blessing. Eh. That's a lot of health. And then the Curse of Perseverance, which is necrotic stuff. Hungering Souls is Acolyte. No, any of that. Oh, here's just straight up necrotic resist gloves. Okay. It's pretty bad rolls on it though. Do I have... Let me see something real quick. I can try the chaos ones. So we definitely don't want that. Critical strike chance, not the greatest. Not the greatest. Damage over time, that doesn't help us either. So just gonna shatter it. I would like to have that as a base though. So I need to look for those gloves in the shops. Give shield shard. Interesting. Oh. Oh. Healing effectiveness, spell damage if you have an active totem. That's not going to help us out at all. Store straight up elemental res. I don't think that's overall more than, yeah. We could switch this out though. It gotta be up to 69%. Nice, but still not what we want, but whatever. Scrap this right here. Yep. Really? I had to do that, did it? All right. Well, we got to the scorpion. It worked out for us, so pretty good there. Let's see. This doesn't help us anymore. The minion lightning stuff doesn't help us anymore. Minion physical damage. I mean, it does do physical, so that would do it. We could get some avalanches on this. We don't have the slots open, but it's something we could do. Bunch of poison res right there we could use. That's about it. So that's an idol we might want to use. And then this one we might want to use. Let's see if I can find that base glove. And no gloves in here.
Take care.
You may find a treasure, my friend.
Okay, so here's the gloves. Right here, outcast gloves.
That's a winner.
Mana, minion health, elements resistance, poison rose. Okay.
Not bad.
Intelligence, lightning rose. Stealth, void rose. I think I'm gonna use like this one. Switch that to that. We want to add a prefix. Damn, we ran out of stuff. That's unfortunate. Got out of that was a dodge deal. Do I want anything? I don't think I want anything off of that. That one we could like shatter for things.
Take care.
Yeah, unfortunately, we ran out of fortune potential before we could raise the minion damage any higher. So we got a lot less minion damage now, but we do have strength, health, and void res on it. So, and we got necrotic res on it. So we're actually raising our res up a little bit more. We need to get more physical somehow. I think I have fizz somewhere, don't I? Damn, I don't have fizz anymore. Let me see if I can find like a... So what's the seed? Leech. This is just physical damage, physical finish damage, and then health regen. Sure.
Maybe it'll help you along the way.
Just a magic item. Damn. Okay. I could try a chaos on it to see if I can get this to something else. Became cast speed. Increase healing effectiveness tier 4. Okay, that's eh. Just get rid of it. I don't even want to look at it anymore. That's the way it goes though. All right, well, we got our scorpion and stuff like that. We got the boots. So, and we got really good boots actually. The only thing missing off of them was like health and like extra reses or strength and dex instead of attunement. But it is what it is. Got a decent belt out of the place. Able to get a new chest piece. Our reses are higher than they were when we first started. The big thing is the poison once we get to like Act 5 or something or whatever. That's going to be a problem. We're going to start we did tank our physical resistance, so we're going to start taking more damage here in Act 2. So hopefully it's not going to be that bad, but it is what it is. So I will see y'all later. Y'all have a nice time, whatever time it is in y'all's part of the world. Bye.